you're a Gen Xer or baby boomer, I want to share with you my top 10 things that I love about being single and solo in my 60s. Let's get straight to it. The first one is the same as it was as when I was single and solo in my 30s, and that is total freedom. I have total freedom to do what I want when I want, go where I want. As nice as it is to have a life partner or be in a marriage or a relationship, it's also really nice to be alone if you enjoy your own company. Hi, I'm Kate. If you're single and solo, my next reason I really love is that I can talk on the phone with my best friends for 6 hours and nobody is going to be mad at me about it. And we actually do. My girlfriends across the miles will plan yappy hours on a Friday night at a certain time. We always intend to be on the phone and off in about an hour. Inevitably, we get on the phone at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and we're not done until 11 or midnight. Don't ask me how or why. We just do. Sometimes I don't want to go out and I get the best of all worlds, whether it's FaceTime or just a phone call. So that's another one of my freedoms I really enjoy. And that leads me to my next favorite part of having freedom is that I can go out whenever I want to. And going out alone, especially as a female, might seem scary to you if you are a woman in your 50s or 60s or even beyond. But I love doing it because there's always somebody new to meet, whether it's just going to a local hangout where your neighbors are for a lunch. There's nothing wrong with going to a bar restaurant and having lunch by yourself. I have met so many people when I'm by myself that I otherwise wouldn't necessarily have met had I been with a group or even another friend. Now, I'm not saying I do this every time. I choose carefully when I'm driving through 5 states between my snowbirding lifestyle. It's always fun to meet strangers safely, though, and be smart about it. So I'm going to give you one of my secret places when I'm traveling through the United States. I have found a chain of restaurants. They're in good locations. It is an amazing customer service experience, and I feel safe being alone at the bar. And also, let me just say, great food and great prices. And that chain is called Texas Roadhouse. If you've never been to a Texas Roadhouse and sat at the bar for a meal, it's an experience unlike most other places like that. Their staff is trained very well. They call you by your name. The servers will take care of you. And especially if you're traveling by yourself, they really watch out for you too.
I'm Jada Tomzak. I am the training coordinator at Grandville in Michigan. I love working here. I love the culture.
Their meal specials are amazing. And then a really big one that I have enjoyed for the bulk of my single life is that my money is my own. Nobody is telling me what to do, what to spend money on, what to save money on, how to do anything in my life. It's just me. Now, that has its ups and downs, but sometimes, even in relationships, those second people can limit you too. So it all just depends on what your lifestyle is. Some people are very generous, some people are more frugal, and whatever it works for you is great. I just find that it is, if I have to talk about what are all the benefits of being solo in my 60s, having my own finances and not having to ask anybody about it is definitely near the top of my list. I've lived alone for a really long time by choice, not because I've had to, not because I'm a prude, not because I'm a spinster or an old maid, but because it's been a lifestyle I chose. And another reason is because I can binge watch Outlander, Lucifer, Younger, or any documentary that I want on Netflix without any apologies, without having to explain myself to anybody. I can simply be who I want to be because sometimes we just need to binge watch a show, don't we? When you're alone and solo, you can stay up as late as you want and sleep in if you need to recover the next day. One of my next favorite reasons is that I can play music as loud as I want and any kind of music I want. I'm also talking about playing instruments, playing piano, learning violin, and just being generally an idiot about it. I have a karaoke machine at home. Sometimes I'll just sing by myself just to practice. Doesn't even matter how terrible it sounds. It's just really fun to do. And along those lines, I really enjoy going out dancing. I apologize about my glasses. Let me see. I'm gonna take these off so they're not so annoying. Even as a snowbird, groups of us go out and just have a ball, and it it keeps you young. To go out and listen to live music someplace, wherever you are, highly recommend. It does something to your soul. And it is hard to find good live music around a lot of places, but look for it. See if you can find something local in the time frame that you would like to go out. Another great thing is meal planning. Being able to eat what you want when you want and not have to be responsible for another person's diet or what they like, they don't like, what they can eat or can't eat or don't want to eat. And when you choose to go on a different program to lose weight, when you're single and solo, if you just feel like having cheese and crackers and fruit for dinner sometimes, there's no pressure. I can also be as lazy or as energetic as I choose to be. Sometimes we just want downtime, don't we? And maybe we don't have a regular cleaning schedule. That's another really nice thing to not have to worry about. Sometimes I'm working hard on YouTube and I don't have the time that particular week to do everything, do my deep cleaning, get everything done like I know I should. So it might go an extra few days. You don't have to worry about somebody else or that you're going to disappoint them or feel like you're not doing your responsibilities the way you should in your household. It's a good benefit. When you do have two people in a household, it's so nice to share the chores, of course. But when you're doing it yourself, sometimes it slips, and that's okay. If I have to talk about what are all the benefits, I can also choose to have guy friends and girlfriends equally without any jealousy from another human being. That's a nice thing too. As you age and as you get into these years, we really need solid friendships. Whether you see them all the time or you don't, whether you're an introvert and you stay home a lot of the time, we still need to have friends. I enjoy everybody's company, and it's really nice that there's nobody limiting me on that in my world, that I can choose different friendships wherever I'm at, both male and female. Well, in your 60s, you might feel like stopping. I'm not that way. The last thing I'd like to talk about, being single and solo in your 60s, is I really enjoy my own company. And that's not an egotistical, arrogant thing to say. That's just a way that I feel about my life living solo and being able to be comfortable in your own skin by yourself, not relying on another human being on a daily basis to be in your home. It really is a great feeling to reach a point where you feel like you can be alone and be completely happy, be completely by yourself, be completely who you are in your own company. And guess what? The more time you spend alone, the more you do get to know yourself, quirks and flaws and all. But when you can be comfortable by yourself, it's empowering. And there's so much more I want to say on this topic because my property here is very difficult to take care of. And I'm doing it by myself, and I have for 20 years, and it's a lot. But I don't have to rely on anybody except the occasional help from a neighbor who helps me with really big tasks. I do everything myself pretty much, and it feels so good. There's over 30% of us in this age group are living alone. There's a lot of us, and even the younger generations, there's a lot of people now not getting married. Going into these later years, should you find yourself alone and you're not right now, but through being widowed or divorced, don't look at it like a sentence. Embrace it for all of the great benefits that it has. You truly will enjoy yourself if you meet yourself by yourself. Let me know in the comments what you love about being alone, or if you're not alone, what scares you about it. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd love to welcome you as a subscriber as well. You have a really good day today.